As we continue to discern how each of us is called and gifted to missionary discipleship, please enjoy this video featuring one of our parishioners already living missionary discipleship.
I come from Vietnam.
Okay.
I was raised Catholic, and all of my childhood, we go to church and practice and participate at church a lot. When I was young, I remember we was like poor, but we really not worry about anything else, just like church and family. So that helped me really a lot. Yeah. When I was 16 years old, and I pray, so I asked the question, God, should I go to a convent or should I go out to do university, and what is the best way? So I pray, and I stay 1 week in a convent, and that I have a dream that I will get married. So I think that I just pray and I say, okay, I think that it will be my best way, like be able to help my family and how. First, I just think a lot about my family and small and big around me. So I said, okay, I think your answer is I will go out. I don't go. So then I didn't choose that way. So I go to university, and then after all of my life, everything happened to my life, I believe strongly that it got answered when I pray.
I have quite a parallel story to what Bao just said. We were born and raised Catholic by my mom. My dad, when they met, wasn't Catholic, but by love, he converted from Buddhism to Catholicism for my mom. And we were all raised, all the siblings, 5 siblings, we are Catholic. There was no question. It was a lot of comfort, a lot of obviousness maybe. Until when I grew up and went to college, everything was being questioned because of what you discover from college, from your friends, or at least from your comrades, I would say, not necessarily friends. And then they challenge you, you challenge yourself, and there are times where your faith diminishes depending on how you are, how you feel, and how you see around you. I was in a comfortable situation. I wasn't questioning a lot myself a lot, and everything was taken for granted, which is not good. I know about that. It's only after I met Bao that I realized how blessed I was, how happy and how lucky I was. So starting from there, I let God enter more into my life, and I realized that things are not obvious. You have to fight for it, you have to pray, you have to look, you have to search. Having met a wife, someone who became my wife later, who is strongly Catholic like me, helped me reinforce everything about that. And since then, I have been stronger in showing my faith, which I wasn't caring about before, and I have been stronger in seeing that it's not obvious. We don't have to take it for granted because it's not the case.
The way I share faith with my children, we baptize the children, and we take them to church as
often as possible.
Every week. We really not like, we try really not missing church. Also, we share, we talk about caring about everyone, people around, family, and also I always tell them, I don't need to teach you much, I don't need to talk, but you just like see the way how we live, how we take care of people, and that how show, love that we share. Yeah.
So my friends don't really have the same relationship in God like I do because they have different religions. So I guess in a way they do, but just not the same way as me. Other ways that sixth graders could show like their faith would be maybe by acting kinder or like standing up for people who might be like getting bullied or something like that.
Everyone knows that middle school is probably not the easiest place to show and like be a good person, because nowadays it's kind of hard. But I don't know, just like Trinam said, doing the right things and sticking up for people and maybe like even being different and not like having to go with the flow of how things normally are. I think people do know that I am a Christian because I don't always do what they expect me to do or do what other children might do just because it's fun or like it makes them more popular or something like that. Like I kind of think about God before acting, and then that kind of leads me to what I do.
Yeah, the way that we can, that shows others that we're like closer to Christ is that not only the way we act, but all of like the ethical like circumstances that we put in and stuff. And because we are like believers of Christ, the things we do and the things we say and how we act can be different from others, and it's like at all ages too. Like not saying the Lord's name in vain, like not at all or nearly as much as anyone else, which is different, and people notice that, or not participating in activities like Cami was saying, like just even the subtle things, and then they'll all add up, and then when they know you're a believer in Christ, then if you make it like a point to them and you stand on it, and then they'll know, and then they'll respect it, and then you can just, or they'll talk about it with you if it's those friends, or if they'll just respect it, and then you can just continue to be friends without having any problems like that or stuff like that. Yeah. Yes, of course, like if we can successfully, like I guess, bring them closer to Christ, they can go to heaven and they can be with us forever. And like I think it's always so wholesome to talk about Jesus. Like every time I'm always happy to talk about him. Like I wish I knew as much as like a priest, and so I could like say things like to the closest, like the most correctness they could be, and like as specific, but like I try to with what I know and what I learned, so I always ask to know more, but with what I know I always talk about it. And like if there's holes that I can try to fill, like questions in their minds, like if they don't know something for sure, and then I can try to help, but if I don't know, then I'll try to do more homework and then bring it up the next day. And so I just think it's super important because it'll only bring positivity in our lives. Like there's nothing bad about it, so it'll always be a good outcome.
So I believe that we have to do the best we can at our level, at our scale, one another, to each other, to try to have people believe more and more, at least if they don't believe, learn from God.
I've brought friends to Mass before. Like I have another friend, she can't go to church with her family right now, so we've brought her to Mass before. We've just helped her along with that, so I think it's just a good part of everyone's life. So
It's important to know God because like he's the key to usually like to go to heaven, and if you don't really believe in him, then there really like is no way to go to heaven. So believing in God like helps with like your life. I guess it helps make your life good and like be able to get through and then be able to end well.